Hi, how you doing there? Bear me just a second. Oh, Slothies. Hey, Dill, if you ever get to see this, Emily in the shop and who's the other lady? I can't remember. They are looking out for new Slothies for you, mate, but they just haven't got them. They've got every kind of creature in this year. But Slothies. They've even got a Christmas dragon in, of all things. Can you imagine that? I'm not entirely sure why they should have a Christmas dragon in, or maybe there's some book out about it. I don't know. Anyway, so hi Dill, hi Emily. How you doing, my darlings, wherever you two in the world? Goodness me, what a difference 3 months make. Emily, remember our favourite Scooby episodes? Or one of them? Okay, can't even talk enough. I'm going to be saying anything. Hands up all those who think I got any sleep last night. You're all wrong. So I've got no idea whether you did or didn't, but I'm just saying you're all wrong. Okay, I don't know what I'm going to do here today. I've pinned up the lyrics to And This Is Today. I was going to do something completely different. Silence a storm, I should do that. I just love the way Starfire's looking there, you know, that's why I put that picture up there. Well, these are cue cards, And This Is Today. It's All Over Now, Baby Blue. My version of it. Don't kid yourself, that's a kind of angry song. Not necessarily my anger, you know. Songwriting. Focus, man, focus. Hey, 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 ho, ho. It's just another bad day in England today. Do you know, there's something. I was going to do this song here. I was going to do it angry. Please forgive me for chatting away here. But, this is my cover of All on the Watchtower. I really must cover All on the Watchtower. Ruhila, love of my life, why did I not marry you? Hey. I should be singing all my Ruhila songs. Maybe I should do maybe tomorrow, maybe next year. I'm talking too much. Anyway, I woke up this morning to something very strange on my YouTube channel, which is one of those thumbs down things, you know. We've all become nearer these days, haven't we? Somewhere around there. I did an angry version of it, And This Is Today the other day, and it came with one of my rambling intros, and I think that's upset someone, I don't know, but I mean, it's strange because I'm very lucky, I really am. I seldom, of all my YouTube videos, I seldom get thumbs down. I normally only get nice comments, although most of the time the comments are turned off and the subscribers send me lovely messages. Why not? You know, I mean, what do I do? I just try and sing songs, you know, happy songs, love songs, sometimes some angry songs, but I'm only singing about justice and injustice, trying to find justice and trying to highlight injustice. That's all I've done for 42 years now. And I did one of these rambling intros and someone seemed to have taken an exception to it. They didn't say why, but maybe they just didn't like the way I sang in that angry voice, but that's okay. But I mean, I was going to pin it up today and do another one, and I was going to do something different, a little comedy spiel, but I don't want to give it too much credence, but you have to look at where these things come from on any given day. So the point about And This Is Today, for instance, and I may do bitter realities in a minute. So when people say, oh, he's done And This Is Today again, but if you played 10 videos of And This Is Today, you won't find too many played the same way, you know. Different contexts, you know, the bass is in there, but the toppings, the vocal toppings change. This very morning in England, a police officer's been jailed for life for stuff I don't even want to think about, and it's been highlighted that 6 children, young children, have died from sepsis because of the harrowing story of a mother who's saying that she was in her GP's office and she was pleading with him and saying, look, it is something serious. And he, what the BBC said, he dismissed her concerns. The child died, you know. So this is kind of where I come from when you see me doing an angry version or something. So sometimes it might be rueful, or sometimes it might be point blank in your face, sometimes it might be over-ended, sometimes it might be questioning. So that's where they come from, the different pronunciations of them. They're not set in stone because their context changes all the time, you know. When I wrote "And This Is Today," for instance, I wrote this. My recollection as I wrote it, there was a bomb gone off in England. Thankfully, and thank God, well, why am I saying thank God? I might do, I'm a good Christian, I might. But my beautiful children, love of my life, have never known bombs to go off in this country with any great regularity. That's my generation, all the time, you know, and stuff. And that's when I wrote the initial 1982 version of "And This Is Today," about a bomb going off in England. And then I widened it out, taking account of hunger and depression and that kind of thing, right up to the new verses I've added today. I'm going to talk what little voice I've got left out of. What am I going to do? Bit of realities around "This Is Today." They both start in A minor, actually. It never occurred to me to this very minute. I'm so sorry, I thought the other safety cam was packing up there. That was a short version. Is that what he's going to do? Talks for 3 hours and then plays 2 bars and he's off. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sadness in an angel's eyes, hatred in a racist's lies, the politicians quick to despise, the broken without the strength to rise from the dysfunctional clay foundation jungle of society. Runs from a widow's stare to blind mind judges who pretend to care. The justice gets seen to be fair to the nameless masses who are unaware that the law only works for those with power, wealth, and notoriety. Silence plays a major part, pulling lovers far apart and handing bigotry a clear head start in spreading anger in unloved hearts and misogyny and self-loathing punctuate each sentence. Are written down in dust in misspelled words that spread mistrust, enforced by people so unjust, corrupted by sin and wild-eyed lust, who bask in pleasure and spit in the face of repentance. no security. Told that all men are born free, while the wire taps and closed-circuit TV make a lie of democracy, and the color of your skin mirrors the fairness in life that you'll receive. Jesus died for you, they say, then they turn and look the other way. When the minds of the scum who love to prey on the weak decide it's time to play. So the story of the Good Samaritan is getting harder for me to believe. Everywhere you look, pornography in every book, and the churches are full of blue-eyed crooks who long ago forsook the ways of God for the short-term pleasures of the flesh. There's drugs being bought by 10-year-olds, teenage bodies being bought and sold, sisters of mercy dying of cold. And if the truth is due to be told, it's time someone said there's not much hope in this world left. Me a bit of realities there. Is there another plectrum kicking around? I don't know where it is. Bear me a second. No. Okay, maybe I'll go into, and this is today from there. That camera might run out. Back in 1982, my typing was very small. My typing was so much neater then. I still have a typewriter. I love that shit. I still love writing on typewriter because I used to click, 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 and I used to use the clacking as the rhythm track, you know. So I'd sort of, because I always get the music at the same time as the words come. Well, always. 999 times. Well, 99 times out of 100 we'll say. No, we won't. Probably about 86 times out of 100. Or 43 times out of 50. Anyone see the point of what I was on about? I think it's just gone away. Drifted off into the sunset. And, yeah, so I'd have the opening line or whatever, and I'd be there. And my then wife, hello Susan, whatever happened to you? How long ago was 1986? 43 years. I still think about you very fondly. Shame it didn't go better than it did when I was very young, you know. First time, you know, I'd been in a home in my life. Not a home, you know, first time I had a home. And trying to, talk about being a Gemini was not ever difficult. On the one hand, you know, this security, this beautiful, lovely lady who's so kind and gentle and wonderful and full of love and vigor and life. I'm doing all that, going out, getting a job, really working with people you didn't want to work with, really, you know, making home money and doing overtime, you know, wallpapering and stuff, and all the time. The other half is this little voice of his, get a guitar, get back out on stage, this ain't you, you know. There's some nice songs I wrote about Susan. Don't Tell Me to Change, actually. I wrote, don't tell me. I don't think you know that, Sue, unless you'll ever see this. Well, I mean, I'm 62. You were quite a bit older than me then. But I did write that about you. About our last day together. In the kitchen, do you remember? It's no use for you to sit there in front of me crying. That was it. It's no use for you to sit there in front of me crying, telling me that you'll change and put things right. It's all words, 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 and they mean nothing. My mind's made up and I'm leaving you tonight. That's not it. My mind's made up and I'm leaving you tonight. What was the chorus? Don't tell me that you'll change. You always say that. Don't tell me that you'll change. You never do. Don't tell me that you'll change. It's too late for that. You can't change and I can't stay with you. I'm not going to do any more of it. But there you go. That's how nice a guy I am. I wrote a song as my ex-wife. You know, I mean, that conversation never actually occurred. It was just me. I was out in the kitchen and doing that. The last refuge to which the heartbroken cling. I can change. Of course, you know. Of course you can't. That wouldn't happen. Maybe change for a day or something kind of thing. You know. I just wasn't built for marriage. You know. I was built for the road. I've been a hobo since I was 13, and here we are 50 years later, and still a hobo at heart. You should see this place if you don't believe me. But yeah, so I wrote that really sticking it to myself. But I wrote that for all women. Hung on too long. Actually thinking about it, I could change that around, and I could really sing that to one of my wives. She knows who she is. Anyway, I won't go there. And this is today. How am I going to do this? Thinking about all my wives at the moment. I've got these pictures up on the background that I found of them. Man, life goes by very fast, people, you know. Hope I'm not destroying your dreams by doing this kind of thing if you've got a different world view. Shall I go back to 1982 and do it like I used to do on stage then? I missed the opening beat. 2, 3, 4. Where's a drummer that I can glare at? My daughter was playing the piano to me down the telephone the other night. There's aircraft going across, as you can probably hear, so I'm in a chatty whitey at the moment. And she was playing this piece and she had the music on. I'm a bit wary about that kind of thing, you know. Music teachers are seldom musicians, you know. It's like a roadmap, I always say, you know. And my daughter's a natural musician. You stick her in front of a keyboard and she would do what I do with a guitar or anything. She's 9, by the way, you know, so she's... I'm going to have to tape on this one here. I'm going to have to click the other camera over a second. I'm not even sure if it recorded it. That's the safety camera of all things, so it doesn't have a viewfinder on. Sorry to talk about you behind your back, Mr. Camera. Anyway, so my wonderful daughter is doing the piano lesson. But I'm very aware because if you put her down, I mean, I bought her a harmonica. I think she was 5. Were you 5 at Christmas? I bought you a harmonica. And she picked up, just natural, follows the notes, you know. And this is where I have this thing about teaching someone music. Follow the notes here, you know. And where I'm going with this is, you know, it's like a road map. I always say, you know, I like to get in a car, turn the engine on and drive, and I know roughly where I want to go to. And the map or the sat nav these days, I thought that, I'll have to come back to that one, but you know, it'll say turn left here and something, and turn right 50 feet ahead, or drive over the Hobart, or whatever they say. But I'll get there how I want to get there, you know, and it's the same with music. So if I write a song, I'll do an A minor, and then if I want to go to an F, you know, oh, what's happened to the tunings on that, you know. If I want to do a D, and if I want to suspend it and take it down to a 7th, I'll darn well do it, you know. And my daughter was playing away, and she was playing the thing, reading, and she missed a note. She said, oh, I made a mistake. And no, it's not a mistake. Again, like Bob Ross, there are no mistakes, only happy little accidents. I said, that's a tune. I like that. You know, because it was different. You weren't expecting it, you know. So much music these days, so much music. And you listen to it, and you know. Bob Dylan once said about the Infidels album, he was mentioning group, and he said, put it on, and from the first 2 bars in, you know how the next 5 minutes of the song goes. And you can't say that about any of my stuff. You never know from the first word how any of my songs are going to go. I don't know either. I don't care. They take me where they want to take me. Anyway, so my daughter hit this miss note, but she's a natural musician, you know. So I was like, look, if you play, if you make a mistake, do it twice, and everyone will think it's part of the song. And this is today I was going to do. I was going to do it fast, but I might do it slower now. I don't want to put glasses on, I don't see any better with them on. Where's the vocal? 2, 3, 4. So much anger, so much need, so much hatred and so much greed. So many dying, so many killed, so many babies crying, so many heartbeats stilled. So much suffering, so little gain, so much. Someone edit this out. 2, 3, 4. Suffering, so little gain, so much stealing, so much pain, so many waylaid, so many rent, so many misplaced, so many spent. And this is today, and this is today, and this is today, today. And this is today, and this is today, and this is today, today. So much silence, so much sad, so much violence and so much dread. So many bleeding, so many torn, so many pleading, so many never born. So much sorrow, so much blight, so much confusion, so much fright, so many hungry, so many poor, so many angry, so many more. And this is today, and this is today, and this is today, today. And this is today, and this is today, and this is story on every page. So much grieving, so many tears, so little change in so many years. So many excuses and so many lies, so many childless mothers with every sunrise. So much carnage, so little regret, so many corpses, too many to forget. And this is today, and this is today, and this is today, today. And this is today, and this is today, and this is today, today, and this is today. I don't know if that worked or not, telling it. I wanted to do a surprise ending and I wanted to surprise myself. Okay, how much tape is left on this one here? Okay, I think there's about 5 minutes tape left on the other one. Maybe a slow version of Urban Paranoia? Just to continue the theme. You've closed your goodnight eyes and whispered your instructions. You let your lovers taste the cake, then plotted their destruction. While in the town you used to call home, your parents own a hovel, and you drive by in your limousine, and you smile to see them grovel. And baby says she got a break from some guy who'll take her photo, but he doesn't have the studio, so he says, why don't you meet me at a motel? She needs to be a star so bad. She tells you it's her destiny, so she does some favors for the boys and says, maybe they'll invest in me. So she learns to turn her nose off. All their promises smell the same. As soon as she takes her clothes off, and the airport's shut 'cause the runway froze. Or so the TV said. But when Johnny no one, he just jumped off the roof with a Bible on his head. His mama swears that she's in shock and the pappy's so distressed. Then they're on the late show and the checks are signed for the press. They never would have amounted to much. Nobody would have heard their story So they take the fame while it's there. Poor Johnny lost the glory. The preacher had a dream last night where an angel gave salvation. Well, the sergeant caught a glimpse of hell and firebombed the station. They meet together at the docks and swap the consequences. For 30 years they kept the faith. Now damn all the pretenses. And the candidate comes a-calling while his young wife's at the surgeon's. You got to look good on prime time, you see, when you're shouting, hey, let's bump some turbans. His skeletons, they're all PR trained. Before they leave the closet, he'll sleep with his new intern tonight. Mara said, who was it? The magazines boast perfect waists to girls with eating problems who choke to death on diet pills, and the company says, what of them? And in their luxury offices, the right-wing bigots ponder, we'd like to give the black chick the job, but we think that it's beyond her. And who needs playgrounds anyway? What's in it for us? And let's shut down the daycare center. The old won't make a fuss. Conscience it don't apply no more. You traded in for the luxury life to get you that mansion by the lake and the right connection wife. The chemical firms keep pumping junk into every stream and river, and the tax goes on the heating bills, so the poor and needy shiver. The hostel is all boarded up, and all hope has taken away. You think you live in a democracy, but no one listens to anything you got to say. Hey, when did you last call up home? I wonder where your friends are. Oh, there's something good for anyone without asking what the ends are. The world outside is getting dim. The light is turning gray. They'll razor blade you on a whim and strip your faith away. There's clouds above the hunting grounds and thunder in the lowlands. Storm warnings on radio and power in the wrong hands. the page 3 girl loves him, and each day his rage increases. That one girl in the flat below, he knows it's her, but is it? Maybe next time she's all alone, he thinks, I'll pay her a little visit. And Jenny, she still gets those dreams each time she shuts her eyes. She can't forget what stepdaddy did, no matter how she tries. Her mommy didn't want to know. She just said she was lying. No stepdaddy's at the door again, and he loves it when she's crying. Someone's knocking at the door. Let's pretend that we're not home.